4 steps to enter into a lucid dream state. Step 1, wake up at an earlier time than you're used to. Step 2, focus on your breath. Step 3, visualize a goal or destination. Step 4, hold on for the ride. So I'm going to lead you through these steps. Step 1, you're going to want to wake up about an hour or an hour and a half earlier than the time that you usually wake up. So I like doing this on a day that I'm not worried, I'm not rushing to go to work or run an errand. So let's say a Saturday. Then if I wake up at 6, I'll set my alarm for 5 a.m. I wake up at 5, I go use the restroom, drink water, take care of pets. I want to get all the distractions out of the way. So then I go back to bed, lie down, and that brings us to step 2, which is following your breath. So the breath is so important. You're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. You don't want to breathe with your mouth because that activates the stress system, the fight or flight system. So you're going to use your nose. And if I'm very calm, I'll just feel my belly rise and then soften. And if I want to engage more of the breath because I'm getting distracted, I will actually start counting, or I will engage my listening. So I listen to my breath and try to make it loud, like it's the ocean waves coming in, crashing, going back into the ocean. I try to engage as much as passive watching as possible, because passive engagement will lead you to those like lower levels of your brain. I don't want to say lower, but like subconscious levels. Like if they're trying to program you or something, like you're watching TV, that's how they get to you, because you're passively watching. It's the active thinking that prevents you from falling asleep. So you're just thinking about your day and all your worries. That prevents you from getting deeper. But when you're passively doing something like counting, like counting sheep, that's how they get children to fall asleep, then that kind of brings you into that meditative state. So one is listening to my breath, adding that layer in, or I'll start counting to 20. So when I'm really distracted, I'll count to 5, and then I'll start over when I feel myself shifting to a random thought. So I find myself starting over, counting to 5 a lot. I barely make it to 20 sometimes. And that's when I'm like, I can't do this. I got to wake up and go about my day. I'll try this another day. But on the days that it does work, I count to 5 and then I enter into a lucid state. So you're breathing and it's working. You're doing the right thing, right? And how I know that I'm shifting into a lucid state, I hear a few things. So one of the things I hear is a visceral sound in my brain. It sounds like a mallet gently tapping on a giant timpani drum, like doom. It shifts, so I can hear my brain waves change. And another thing I hear often is just random words and sentences and phrases that aren't mine, just nonsense. Or I will hear things that I don't have to do, like you have to write out this essay, which makes no sense because I graduated like a decade ago. But just things that aren't me, and I know that aren't me, then I'm like, okay, I'm in. So once I sense that, then I can have 2 choices. One, I can keep on breathing and waiting to go into the dream. Or 2, I can hold a visualization in my head and go into the dream that way. So let's start with the first one. So if I have no visualization, I just start hearing my brain go about its way and I keep on breathing, and I will go into the dream state. And I know I'm going into the dream state because my body starts changing. It starts vibrating. And this used to be very scary for me because I had no idea what was going on. It is intense. It can be intense. It's mostly intense. Your body starts vibrating. You start hearing sounds, which I think is either the astral portal, or you just start hearing sounds of the astral realm coming through because your brain is becoming more focused and you can hear things that you normally can't hear. But you just got to keep on breathing and let it come through. Locking up and tensing up will inhibit you from going further, so you're going to want to relax. When I'm especially scared, I like to think of a light, a bright, bright light, and love enveloping me, kind of like just a shield of light, and that carries me through the dream. And if I have no visualization, I will end up in a random dream, or I might end up remotely in some location. And that's, I think, remote viewing, I'm not too adept at that or know what it is. I might have been doing it accidentally, but I'm just going to call this a lucid dream. So it's just a random place. So the other option is you can hold a visualization in your head. I like to think of the ocean because I love the ocean, and it pairs really well with me pretending that my breath is the ocean. So that sensory hybrid is very powerful. So I'm thinking of the ocean and I'm breathing, and then I feel my brainwaves shift. So I keep on holding to that visualization and I don't let go of it. And soon I will start seeing it as if I'm seeing it with my physical eyes. But I'm not seeing it with my physical eyes because my eyes are closed. But what's happening is my mind's eye is getting stronger and stronger, so it seems like I'm actually seeing it. I will start seeing pixels flying at me, like building blocks starting to mesh into each other and build a larger puzzle piece of what I was initially envisioning. So then what was a fuzzy image soon becomes a very clear picture, and then I feel the vibrations and everything's coming in, and boom, I'm there. And I'm in this 360 world of ocean. I can hear it, I can see it. My other senses, such as touch and smell, are still underdeveloped, so I can't smell or touch anything because I just don't think about it. I'm very focused on the visuals. But I also still feel a tendril of connection back to my physical body, so that if I wanted to, I could just snap out of it and wake back up in my bed. So yeah, those are my techniques to enter into a lucid dream state, and they work very well for me. And if you have similar experiences or techniques, then I want to hear them. Or if you have other techniques that work really well for you, I'd love to hear them as well. Thank you.